Students, welcome to the biology classes. So in the live classes we were studying chapter 4 animal kingdom, and we have seen various bases or criteria for classifying the animal kingdom, or animal kingdom into various types. So and also we have started the phylum Porifera and Coelenterata, isn't it? So let's continue this chapter, that is we have to start from phylum Ctenophora. So Ctenophora, also the animals, in Ctenophora are commonly known as sea walnuts or comb jellies. And when you see their characters, they are also marine, radially symmetrical and diploblastic organisms, and they are having tissue level of organization. So all this we have seen in the previous phyla also, isn't it? So in the sponges or in Porifera, they were having cellular level of organization, and in Coelenterata they were having tissue level of organization. So this phylum is also having what? Tissue level of organization, and the symmetry is radial, and they are diploblastic. Diploblastic means the body is that is during their germinal during their embryonic development, there are only two different germinal layers. What are they? Ectoderm and endoderm. Mesoderm is absent in them. Then so all these are showing what? They are also belonging to a primitive type of phylum, isn't it? Then the body, when you see the special features, you can see the body is having 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates. You can see here, isn't it? Comb plates are there. Understood? And how many? 8 ciliated comb plates are there, and this plates, it is used for locomotion. And digestion can be both extracellular and intracellular, just like our Coelenterata. And then another important feature of this phylum, some of the organisms of this can show a unique phenomenon called bioluminescence. So bioluminescence means the property of organisms to emit light. So this is one of the major feature that is found in this group of organism, that is Ctenophora. So Ctenophora, whenever you think, what all should come to your mind? That is, they are primitive group of organisms with what? Radial symmetry, then diploblastic, and with the tissue level of organization. Then I told they are having what? 8 comb plates. 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates. Ciliated comb plates means what? With which they can move. So the major function of this is what? For locomotion. They help in locomotion. Digestion can be extracellular or intracellular, and they show a very unique phenomenon, that is bioluminescence, means they are able to release or emit light. The sexes are not separate, means they are hermaphrodites. Understood? And reproduction takes only by sexual means asexual reproduction is absent. And you see, fertilization is external with indirect development. Indirect development means there are larval forms. External fertilization means they male and female gametes will be released into the water. They are marine, no? So the gametes will be released into the water, and there what happens? They get fertilized, and then they get developed into the mature adult by formation or with the formation of various larval stages. So is it clear? So this is about Ctenophora. So they are also having tissue level of organization, just like our Coelenterata. They are having what symmetry? Radial symmetry. And they are diploblastic. Is it clear? So these are what the characteristic of Ctenophora. So you can see here one comb jelly. Comb jellies, they are free floating forms. This is one of the comb jelly. You can see the comb plates okay, which are having cilia. With the help of that only they can move from one place to another. The cilia will move, and that will create the organism to move from one place to another. It's very clear here. Can you see? So like this they will be moving, right? Okay, so you can see some of the sponges here, okay, which is belonging to porifera. I told you that they are they are sedimentary, means they will be attached to some kind of substratum, okay, like rock or anywhere they will be found attached. Okay, these are sponges. Okay, sponges different kinds. Is it clear? These are the pictures of coral reefs. Okay, coral reefs, you can see where what are coral reefs actually? The shells, okay, calcareous shells which are left by the ancestors. Okay, they are used by the new corals to live inside them, and they also add the exoskeleton. Understood? So their size will increase. Understood? And they will be very highly colorful, and this increases the beauty of the marine floor. Okay, they will be very attractive. There are various kinds of corals. Okay, this is one of that, means one of the organism belonging to which phylum? Phylum Coelenterata. Okay, corals. Next group of organisms, that is the next phylum, is Platyhelminthes. Okay, so from the name itself, the word that Platyhelminthes means they are having dorsiventrally flattened body, just like a leaf. Okay, their body is very flat. That's what they got the name flatworms. Okay, the other name for the Platyhelminthes are what? Flatworms. Understood? And they can be seen, many of them are seen as endoparasites. And when you see the characteristics of them, they are bilaterally symmetrical. So till now what we have learned? We have studied that the Ctenophora and coelentrates were radially symmetrical, isn't it? And then I have told sponges are asymmetrical. Now you see flatworms onwards, you can see bilateral symmetry. Then triploblastic. Triploblastic means 3 layers will be there. That is 3 germinal layers. Ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderms are there in the germinal layers. Okay, or during the embryology or embryogenesis. Okay, these 3 layers are there. Then they are acoelomate. Okay, without any coelom. And they are showing organ level of organization. Okay, organ formation is there. Understood? So these are the characteristics of phylum Platyhelminthes. They are little more advanced till the, means when we compare the phylum that we have studied till now, isn't it? Then I told they are parasitic forms, so hooks and suckers they are present. Okay, hooks and suckers, what is the use of them? They used to attach themselves to the host. Okay, and some of them, as they are very flattened, okay, their body is flattened, these parasites can directly absorb nutrients from the host. And then the excretory organs are special type, and they are known as flame cells. What are they? Flame cells. So what are the excretory organs of Platyhelminthes? Flame cells. I told there is organ formation. Okay, so this flame cells are helping them for osmoregulation and excretion. Okay, and sexes are not separate, means they are hermaphrodite, and fertilization is internal. Okay, internal means inside the female's body the fertilization takes place, and development is indirect. Okay, means it is through many larval stages. Okay, so you may be knowing some of the organisms belonging to this, like planaria, isn't it? Then tapeworm, okay, liver fluke, etc. are examples of flatworms. So when you see the body of them, you can see it is very flat body you can see. This is one planaria. Okay, it can, means different species are there. It can be from millimeters to centimeters also. Okay, so it can be seen as what the parasites in the aquarium and in pots and all. So you understood now the body. If you see, these are not parasitic. Okay, parasitic flatworms are also there, like what? Tapeworm. Understood? Is a kind of parasitic one. Understood? So if you see their body, they are what? Flattened. The body is very flattened or thin. They show what? Various parasitic adaptations, like what? Hooks and suckers. Then the body is highly flat, so that the nutrients can be easily diffused. Then what they are or the respiratory, or sorry, the digestive system is not well developed. So all these are what? Parasitic adaptations. Clear? And the examples I told, what are they? Tapeworm, liver fluke. Okay, liver fluke or fasciola. Okay, fasciola hepatica is one of the parasite. Understood? So parasitic forms are there, and also what the free living ones are also there in platyhelminthes. Okay, so then next group is what? Aschelminthes or roundworms. Okay, so Aschelminthes, the organisms belonging to them are known as roundworms. Why they are known as roundworms? Because their body is round in shape, but in flatworms, how it was? They are flat, isn't it? The body is flat. So they are found as free living. Okay, sometimes aquatic or terrestrial, and some forms are parasitic also. And you can see here an organ system level of organization. Okay, in the previous phylum, how it was? Organ level of organization was there, and they were also bilateral symmetrical. Okay, so here also bilateral symmetry you can see, and they are triploblastic. And another important feature is they are pseudocoelomate. Pseudocoelomate means what? Here coelom is there, that is in between the body wall and the gut. There is a cavity, and this cavity is not uniformly lined by the mesodermal tissues. Mesoderm you can see as the patches. Is it clear? So this is another important feature of phylum Aschelminthes or roundworms. Understood? And then alimentary canal is complete with a well developed muscular pharynx. I told they are having an organ system level of organization, right? So here you can see alimentary canal is well developed. Okay, well developed means not well developed as our human being or something like that, but when you compare the this with the previous phyla, okay, they are more developed. Okay, and then excretory tubes removes the body waste from the body cavity through the excretory pore. Excretory pores are there, through that only the waste will be removed. Then sexes are separate, means dioecious. Till now most of them were what? Hermaphrodites. What are hermaphrodites? Where both the sex, that is male and female gametes, are produced by the same organism, is called what? The hermaphrodites. But here you can see they are dioecious, means male and females are different. Okay, so human beings are dioecious, isn't it? Male and females are different. Externally only they are different, isn't it? So in the same way, the male and female gametes are produced by different organisms, and they are distinct. Okay, so females, when you see, they are longer and than the males. Okay, fertilization is internal, and development can be in some forms. There are the larval forms, and in some forms there are not. Okay, so examples are Ascaris, roundworm. Okay, this is a very common type of parasite which is found in the digestive system of human being, especially children. So you would have taken the worm tablets, isn't it? So to defend or against this kind of worms, flatworms, roundworms, etc., we are taking it. Okay, so these. Then Wuchereria bancrofti. Have you heard about Wuchereria, that filarial worms? Have you seen what filariasis? The people with enlarged leg and all, they are hathi pav. You might have heard, isn't it? Then hookworms. Okay, so hathi pav is caused by this Wuchereria worm or filarial worm, and the disease is known as elephantiasis, as the legs are becoming like elephants. Okay, actually this worms will come and block the lymphatic vessels, and due to this only the legs are getting swollen. Understood? So then next is what? Ancyclostoma, that is hookworms. So all this type of worms are coming under this phylum, that is phylum Aschelminthus. So what are the specialities of them? The organism belonging to them are known as roundworms. Okay, they are free living parasitic form, different forms are there. Then the important features are they shows organ system level of organization. Okay, where you can see some of the organ systems are developing. Understood? Then the alimentary canal is complete with the muscular pharynx. Then excretory tubes are there which can take the waste materials from the body cavity, and it will be excreted through the excretory pores, and they are dioecious organisms. Okay, dioecious means male and females are different. Okay, and females are longer than the males. Fertilization is internal, and development can be through the the larval forms or without. Okay, so this much is clear to you. So what are the specialities? What kind of coelom they are having? Pseudocoelom. So this kind of questions can be asked in the examination. Now this chapter is not there for the pre-midterm exam, but still I am telling you for the other exams it can come, like pseudocoelom, where you can see in Aschelminthus or roundworms. Clear? Then flame cells, where you can see in Platyhelminthes. Likewise, what some characters, choanocytes, where you can see in Porifera. Nidoblast, where in Coelenterates. Complates in where in the Ctenophorids. Understood? So like this, some of the important features you have to notice. This can be asked for your examination. Okay. Then next phylum is phylum Annelida. Okay. So phylum Annelida, when you see, they are aquatic. Okay. Sometimes terrestrial, free living, and parasitic, means different forms you can see. Then organ system level of organization, body organization. Okay. Then bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means body can be divided into two equal halves through only one plane. So full you have to write. Okay, if you write the body can be divided into two equal halves, then you will not get marks. You have to write what? Only means through one plane that passes through the central axis. This much you have to write. Understood? If you cut the body through any plane, you will not get two equal halves. Understood? In case of bilateral symmetry also, if you cut the body into two equal halves through only one plane, okay, which is passing through the central axis, then only what it is said to be bilateral symmetry. Radial symmetry is what? If you can divide the body into two equal halves through any plane that passes through the central axis. So full you have to write. Okay, then only it will be clear. So so this are also having what? Triploblastic bilateral symmetry. Then another important feature that you are finding in this phylum is metamerism. What do you mean by metamerism? That is, the body is divided into a number of segments or metameres or compartments. Okay, so from this only they got the name annelids. Okay, externally only you can see the body is divided into number of fragments. Okay, then they are having longitudinal and circular muscles. Okay, that is, muscular tissues are well developed. Then some of them, those who are living in water, they are having what? Appendages called parapodia, which helps in the swimming. Then closed circulatory system is present. That is another important feature. Okay, that is, the blood you can see through the blood vessels, so that you can see from this phylum. Okay, closed circulatory system. Then what are the excretory organs of them? Nephridia. Okay, actually this is a primitive form of what? Our kidneys. Understood? So nephridia is the organ which helps in what? In the excretion and osmoregulation. And you see, nervous system is having paired ganglia. Understood? Connected by lateral nerves. Okay, so there will be a double ventral nerve cord. Okay, means ventral side there will be a double nerve cord, and into this, understood, paired ganglia will be connected. Understood? So this are what some important features of them. That is, you can see the development of circulatory system as closed one. Then presence of development of excretory system and then what, the nervous system. Okay, so they are more developed than the previous ones. Examples are Nereis ferretima. What is ferretima? Earthworm. Okay, Hirudinaria, have you heard? They are leeches. Actually, when you go to the pond and all, sometimes this leeches are parasites only. Okay, they you can see they are having a sucker. With that, they suck to the body of the host, and there they will remain, understood, till they get a full meal, understood. And once they get the full meal, they can live without food for some months or days, understood. So like this, they are what, parasites. Okay, and there are what, the free living forms are also there. So about Annelida, you understood what is the major specialities of them? That is, the body is segmented. Okay, triploblastic, bilateral symmetrical. Okay, then what, you can see the various systems, like what, excretory system, nervous system is all getting developed. When we compare the lower phyla, they are having some advantages like this. Okay, examples also I told. So about all the phylum what we discussed, you might have understood. Go through the textbook. If any doubt is there, we will clear in the WhatsApp or in the live class. Thank you children. Thank you very much.